From durians, to bubble tea, to even eating fried chicken every day for 2 weeks, these are the craziest diet challenges Talking Point host Steven Chia has taken on, all to test what these foods really do to our bodies.
Soft, creamy, bittersweet. I'm talking about durians. We love it so much that we import more than 20 million kilograms of it every year. That's about 2 to 4 durians for every adult Singaporean. We are eating durians in so many different forms now, which makes me more determined to find out if durians are indeed good for me.
Hey Steve.
Yep.
New assignment.
What's this?
You have to eat 1 serving of these durians every day for the next 2 weeks.
Every day for 2 weeks? No way.
Well, they say it's nutritious, right? So we gotta find out what it does to our bodies.
Guess I'll have to be the guinea pig once again.
Okay, so in the name of science, here's another Steve Tries experiment.
And today I'm having the Mao Shang Wang, and I'm gonna go for 5 of these seeds. There you have it. My 5 seeds, a typical serving. I'm gonna do this every day for the next 2 weeks. In fact, that was kind of delicious. I think I can do this and enjoy it. Ooh, that waft, the smell. It always hits you. Somehow the idea that I'm having to eat this every day is starting to sink in. What did I get myself into again?
So it's been about an hour since I've had those durians and I've just been lazing here on my sofa. I've noticed that whenever I eat durians, I feel a lot more sluggish. It's like, you know, my tummy's full, I feel weighted down, I feel a bit bloated.
Okay, there you go, my 5 seeds for today. And you know what? I gotta say, it's getting a lot tougher. I'm feeling a bit more uncomfortable. Kind of heaty. Yeah, I guess that's the word. Heaty. Yes. So I've had a whole bunch of durians earlier today and still feeling a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit warm and like heaty. So I figure, why not have some ice cream? Plus, it helps remove a bit of that durian flavor that keeps lingering in my mouth. They say drink from the husk and that will help remove the heatiness in you. Doesn't taste very good, and I don't know, I don't feel any different, so maybe the after effect a little bit later.
Meanwhile, my own 2-week durian experiment is finally over.
Of all the experiments I've done, I think eating durians is not too difficult, but it's the weightiness of this fruit, the fact that it makes you feel so full each time. And there's a bit of discomfort, so that part is not so enjoyable. So hey Doc, I'm back here. It's been 2 weeks and I'm eager to know if my body has changed much because of durians.
Well, today your assessment shows your weight has reduced by a kg compared to when you first came. Besides your weight, your blood pressure was also good, normal, and there's absolutely no change in your blood pressure.
I did expect to put on a bit of weight.
Yeah, okay, no, but well, probably the amount that you ate is not enough. Yeah. Probably because durian kept you full, you didn't eat all the other food as much.
Yeah, it is very filling.
It's
actually.
very filling.
Okay.
Yeah.
How sweet am
Your
I?
glucose fasting after durian is slightly higher than before, but it's within the normal range. Okay. Now your pancreas, your body is able to cope with sugar load in these 2 weeks. So it didn't go out because you are not pre-diabetic, you are not at risk. So, you know, your body is able to compensate for this.
But for someone who is what?
Well, who is diabetic, pre-diabetic, it will definitely affect and push it out of range.
Okay, so for them,
they have to be careful.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing is confirms that your urine potassium is raised. Because there's a potassium load on the body,
That's right.
and your kidney has to filter it out because it's too much for you, and so this potassium has leaked out.
The amount of potassium in the durians, I mean, it is very high.
It is high, it is
Yeah.
high, and it's evident by it leaking in your urine as well. But that's okay. As long as your kidneys are able to process it, there's no danger with regards to this. So people who have renal dysfunction and they have to be careful with the high potassium in durians.
So overall, would you say the durian is a healthy fruit?
I think durian is a healthy fruit.
Okay.
It has zero cholesterol. It has some good fats, the monounsaturated. It's rich in vitamin C.
Yep.
It has a lot of polyphenols. It has a lot of fibers and all that. And the advice is really to mix durians with other healthy food and not just focus on durian by itself.
Well, I set out to investigate if durians are indeed the king of fruits. You know what? Long live the king! Durians actually have a good amount of vitamin C. They even have more potassium than bananas, and they have no cholesterol. But you gotta watch out for those calories and all that sugar, because those durians will certainly fill you up. Otherwise, indulge when you have the urge to. As for me, let's just say I'm all durianed out, especially for now.
It's no secret this sweet beverage has exploded in popularity.
How often do you drink bubble tea? In 1 week, how many cups will you drink? 2 cups. 3 cups?
I've heard some people like go almost every day after school.
In Singapore, there are some 400 bubble tea stores from 40 different brands, and that's only counting the major ones. We know consuming all sugar and empty calories is not good for the waistline, but I want to know what else our bubble tea addiction is doing to our bodies.
So to find out, I have to be part of the problem. And for 1 month, I've decided I will drink the same amount of bubble tea a typical bubble tea lover in Singapore drinks.
My experiment starts today. I'm choosing drinks as they are, with no reduced sugar.
What sugar level can I get you?
I'm gonna go 100%.
There you have it. This is my very first cup of bubble tea. I got a matcha tea with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and so for the next 30 days, 3 cups of this stuff a week. Well, let's see what it does to me. I start off my challenge feeling curious about what effects, if any, this bubble tea experiment will have on me. And as the days go by, I start to look forward to my next sugar fix. Somehow, that first sip always shoots this message to my brain, which just screams out, "This is so sweet!" But after a few more sips, of course you don't realize that anymore. It's mid-afternoon, and normally I'd go out, I'd grab a cup of black coffee, been substituting it with bubble tea. Ooh, it's like warm below and cold on top, and kind of chewy with things in it. Ooh, that sugar high always hits me in the first sip. Alright, I think I'm just wrapping up my 3rd cup of bubble tea for the week, and you know what? It's been a bit of a struggle. The last half of this drink has just been painful. I'm feeling just a little bit more, I guess, lethargic on a day-to-day basis. I'm not sure if it's a tea or if it's just me. Ever since I started drinking bubble tea, I've noticed that, yeah, I've kind of been feeling not as energetic as I used to be. I'm not sure if it's a bubble tea or if it's just me. This is probably drink number 10. So I thought I'll try something different. This is a new drink with even some kind of biscuit on top of it. So, as they say, same but different. I often feel a little bit bloated after I have a cup of bubble tea, and I truly believe it's because of the pearls. You know, there's so much stuff to kind of chew on. I got myself another cup of bubble tea, but as you can see, a lot of the pearls are left behind. I've actually realized that I don't really like the pearls. I am close to completing my month-long bubble tea challenge. And frankly, it hasn't been easy. So I've noticed that quite often I've been feeling more tired, a bit run down, and just irritable in general. And I'm wondering if it might be because of the sugar or the caffeine. Meanwhile, I finally come to the end of my bubble tea challenge, drinking 3 cups of the sweetened beverage every week for an entire month. I have been conscious of consuming all those extra calories and continue to exercise regularly, but I'm still anxious about the possibility that could have affected my health. So I finally picked up my final cup of bubble tea. You know what? I'm just so tired of drinking this drink. Hi, doctor.
Hey, hello.
I'm eager to find out what all that bubble tea drinking has done to my body.
Yes, that's what we are here for. Basically, a couple of changes. Let's go straight. 3 major things. First of all, you gain weight.
Oh,
But there are 3 indicators that I will be concerned about.
Right.
And it's just 4 weeks of bubble tea. Now, weight gain of 1.9 kg is quite significant. I mean, we don't lose weight easily. So gaining 1-2 kgs isn't a good thing. The second thing is your inflammatory markers. Now, inflammatory markers are good predictive indicators of what are the chances you would have a heart attack or stroke in the next 10 years.
okay.
Right now, it has increased to moderate risk.
Oh,
So I wouldn't be too happy about that. Lastly, your cholesterol. Total cholesterol has increased a little bit. And any increment in cholesterol is not good because cholesterol generally increases your risk of heart attack and stroke. You are no longer at a low risk, but a moderate risk for cardiovascular
wow.
diseases. If the only general change you have was to add the bubble tea for the last 4 weeks, that's a lot.
so if I'm actually doing this for not just 4 weeks, but a whole year,
Oh, well, I'll be worried being your doctor. I think definitely there will be some problem with your health. If you're talking about someone who don't exercise, reasonably sedentary, with high stress kind of lifestyle, he probably would have done much worse.
So the results were a little bit surprising. I didn't expect to put on weight, much less be bumped up into a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. So I am a little bit concerned about that, which clearly means no more bubble tea for me. I'm just gonna stick with my good old teh o kosong, which is no sugar, no milk, and definitely no pearls.
I can see why it's a favorite for many.
I mean, who can resist this?
Want to know how much we love our fried chicken? Just look around you. Since 2017, over 18 new eateries specializing in fried chicken have popped up across the island, prompting long queues among fans. And according to online food delivery platforms GrabFood and Foodpanda, fried chicken is our top food choice when we order in, with Foodpanda recording a whopping 70% increase in fried chicken orders between 2019 and 2020.
If you haven't guessed it by now, I'm putting my body and my health on the line once again, all in the name of science.
For this juicy challenge, I'll be eating fried chicken from major chains every day for 2 weeks. That should be enough to find out what it will do to my body.
That tastes so good. Oh boy, I have missed this.
Just come out and pick up some dinner for the family because it's a chicken feast tonight. Woohoo!
Should do this more. Then we get more fried chicken.
So I'm out filming today. Still, somehow when I see fried chicken laid out in front of me, I'm drawn to it and I think, that's gonna taste yummy. That's the crazy thing about it. I mean, no matter how many days you eat fried chicken, you just want to eat more of it. But as the days go by with my new diet, I'm starting to feel the ill effects. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit sluggish. I'm not sure if it's got to do with the fact that last night I had this huge fried chicken feast.
I really have no craving for it anymore these days.
The crunchy battered skin and flavorful meat are what first got me hooked on fried chicken. But now they have become the very thing that makes me feel, well, sick.
Oh, it's so oily and greasy, and I feel like now I'm tired.
Ah, doctor. Hello.
Hey, hi, Steve.
I'll soon find out what exactly eating all this greasy food is doing to my body.
Well, here I am with my very last fried chicken meal for the experiment. And you know what? I'm so happy this day has come because I have had it up to here with eating fried chicken.
Having eaten fried chicken for 14 straight days, I'm anxious to find out how it has affected my health.
For your weight, you actually lost 1 kg.
I think it's because I'm still intermittent fasting. That could be it, right?
So the weight loss could be attributed more to that than to your fried chicken. The previous time we took, your blood pressure was good.
Okay.
Right? So there's no change in that. The bad news is that your bad cholesterol went up.
It's gone up by about another, let me see,
5 to 6%.
5 to 6%, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
right. And that's just for 2 weeks of fried chicken.
Yeah.
I think I can attribute it to that because there's a lot of oil in fried chicken, right?
Right. That's
So this bad cholesterol being so high can be a health concern.
What are the health concerns you're referring to?
So the problem with bad cholesterol is that it can clog up your arteries. And that's when you get a heart attack. And if you get clogged up one of the brain arteries, you can also get a stroke.
So in other words, if I were to carry on with a diet like that, having fried chicken almost every day for over 6 months, for example, to a year, that could just skyrocket.
You will get a heart attack at some point in time, prematurely, because the cholesterol will block the arteries.
So what would you say is too much fried chicken?
You shouldn't be doing what you did, eat fried chicken every day.
Okay.
Because that is definitely too much. If you really like to eat fried chicken, then it is important to also have fruits and vegetables. And you need to have exercise as well to balance the diet.
I guess it's hard to give up on the inexpensive, accessible, and tasty fried chicken as we know it. But in the long run, it will actually be better for our health. So, if more of us do show an interest in it, we just might see more healthier and affordable options available.
Two months ago, I was told this.
So based on your height and your weight, your BMI, well, it's just a little more than it should be.
Now, that definitely doesn't sound too good. I want to get back into the low risk profile. If I need to get there, I need to lose, 8 kilograms.
We've all heard about intermittent fasting. In fact, it has been one of the top weight loss trends in the past 2 years, and some people swear by it. So, what is intermittent fasting? Well, it's essentially fasting within specific time blocks or fasting windows, and there are several to choose from. There's 16-8, which means you fast for 16 hours and eat within 8 hours. 24, fast for 20 hours and eat within 4. 1 meal a day, normally eaten within a 2-hour window. Alternate day fast, where you eat 3 meals as usual on one day and fast the other day. And finally, the 5-2 diet. Eat normally for 5 days and limit your calorie intake to about 500 to 600 for 2 days in the week.
I'm going to go with the 16-8 fasting window, which means every day for 16 hours I will fast, and then for the next 8 hours I get to have my meals within that time. All this for 2 months. I'm on my way now to my next filming venue. It's going to be tough because it's about 10:30 in the morning, I haven't had breakfast, and I'm going to a hawker center. So I've just come off the weighing machine and it's been 2 weeks, and you know what? Actually, there's been no change. My weight is still the same, except I am feeling a bit more lethargic these days, so that isn't great. I guess I'm hoping in time, soon, that I will actually see some kind of results. Fingers crossed.
More black coffee than usual in the morning to stave off the hunger pangs.
Plain black coffee with no sugar and no milk.
It's lunchtime, 12:30 in the afternoon, but I'm gonna see if I can push it till at least 1:30 before I have my lunch so that I can enjoy a late dinner tonight. But sometimes the stomach is weak. So it's about 9:30 in the evening and I'm only halfway through my dinner. So tonight, I think, forget about the fasting. I'm just gonna dig in and eat. It's been 6 weeks since I started intermittent fasting. So we're still doing some filming for the show, and as you can see, I've learned to cope with the hunger pangs during the day. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening now, and we are still filming, as you can see in the back. But with my irregular working hours, it's a challenge to have my meals within the 8-hour window every day. So it's been a long day of filming. I just got home. It's about 10:30 in the evening, and I was wondering if I could go for the rest of the night without any food. Well, the answer is no. It's been 8 weeks since I started on my intermittent fasting experiment. It has been challenging to say the least. But it's now coming to an end.
I'm back here at Dr. Pua's clinic and I'm excited to see the results. I mean, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling more energetic, so I'm hoping the numbers will back me up.
So, Steven, most are good news.
Okay.
For you. You lost weight, you lost 3 kgs.
Oh.
And with the weight loss, your waist circumference also came down from 92 to 86.
Oh, woohoo! Yes.
And body fat also reduced quite a significant bit from 24.1% to 18.
Okay.
Yes. And your visceral fat also reduced by 1 from 9 to 8.
So that literally is the extra fat hugging my organs.
Yes, that really reduces your cardiovascular risk in general.
I see.
You should really pat yourself on the shoulder.
I will.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Woohoo!
But that's one part of it that's bad.
There's always a but. Okay,
Yes,
tell
yes,
me.
yes. Your bad cholesterol went up.
Okay, that was already bad. Now it is
Yes, even worse.
better. Oh man.
The likely cause? Perhaps some overindulgence in unhealthy hawker food these past 2 months to make up for missing out on my favorite meal of the day.
So does intermittent fasting work? Well, from my own experience, it sure does. But I need to be really disciplined because as the results clearly show, it's not just about eating less. If I want to be healthy, I also need to pay more attention to just what it is I'm eating as well.
It's in cereal bars, yogurt, kombucha,
And even chicken. Probiotics, which are live bacteria, seem to be all the rage these days. But the real question is, are probiotics really necessary?
For 15 days, staff here at Amli have been analysing the trillions of bacteria in my stool, which has a direct correlation to the kind of bacteria that's in my gut. My results showed that the concentration of bacterial groups associated with the production of serotonin, which affects my mood and sense of well-being, was low.
How can I improve my gut?
We have 4 specific recommendations for you when it comes to diet.
Okay.
Right? Pu a tea 3-4 cups a day would be good. Miso 1 or 2 bowls of soup a day would be fine. And natto 1-2 servings a day, about a fistful, would be very good. And same for idli, just a small serving.
Are there other things that I can eat?
What we have here is the supplements that we have formulated that are tailored for an Asia population.
And this is specific to me?
This is specific for the profile that you exhibit based on the results.
All right, sounds good. I guess I'll give it a try and see you back here in 2 weeks.
Looking forward, my friend.
All right.
Take care then.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot me. You know, if people told me stuff like this is good for my gut health, I'll say, you bet. I was also told to take one of these probiotic supplements each day before eating, and it will help improve my gut health.
For the past 1 week, I've been following a rather specific diet. I've been eating this South Indian dish, idli. and natto, a Japanese dish made of fermented soybeans.
Ooh. I'm told the best way to eat it is just put on some plain rice. Oh well, here it goes. Bon appetit. Oh, I just swallowed it. Wow. It tastes just like it looks. Smelly, gooey, oozy, rotten, fermented. Why do the healthy things taste so bad? I have no idea how I'm gonna eat more of this in the coming days. I have no idea.
I've been taking miso soup with my meals and drinking pu'er tea.
It's not too bad. It's a little bit bitter, has a pretty much an earthy taste. It's just something that I guess I wouldn't normally get for myself if not for, this show. I had also thought I would be able to substitute this for my daily cup of coffee, but I found that I haven't. It's not quite the same thing. Okay, day 8 of drinking pu'er tea. I'm pretty used to it, but I'm still not loving it. So guys, I've got a confession to make. Remember natto, that fermented soya bean? Well, I'm here to say that we have officially broken up. I tried really hard. I gave natto new friends. I got natto to mix with eggs. I even tried to give natto a new fragrance. I put black pepper sauce with natto, but no matter what I did, I just could not find myself liking natto. And so it is official. Natto and I are over. So this is my last meal on the last day. And overall it's been actually quite easy to incorporate this probiotic foods into my diet. The only exception being natto. I'm interested to see just how it made a difference to my gut health. Hey Jeremy!
Hey Steve, hi!
We are back!
And I'm ready for my results.
So tell me, has my gut health improved?
Well, Steve, you have improved. You've done very well in the gut.
Okay.
There's one bacterial that is in your gut that's linked to greater permeability that has come down. And what this means is that your gut is not so leaky. It improves the efficiency of the absorption of nutrients and all, right? And remember the last time when we talked about the heart, we spoke about T-Mal and how your levels are a little on the high side, which is an indicator of really inflammation and risk of cardiovascular disease. But in the second test, the levels have come down. So they are within the normal range now, but you can do better.
Right.
But I've got some not so good news. You have done well in heart health. The brain, not so good, but let's go into detail.
Okay.
Some of the neurotransmitters that the microbes produce and then they go up to your brain, these haven't gone up. Right? And there are two possible reasons for this. One is that it's still very early. These changes may not be linear, meaning that certain parts of your body, like the gut may respond faster, the heart may respond faster, but the brain may take a little while longer. The other reason is that maybe you're just not producing sufficient levels of really serotonin.
Low levels of serotonin production can affect my mood and sleep.
So is the goodness of probiotics a myth or miracle? Probiotics did help improve some areas of my health, but it's not that straightforward. I've learned that because we each have our own unique gut microbiome, there's no one-size-fits-all probiotics, and I may have to, eat things that I don't really like just to improve my health. What we do know is that probiotics is needed to balance out the good and bad bacteria in our gut. But it may not really be necessary on a daily basis, especially if we're fairly healthy to begin with.